What if I told you that an AI just made a market prediction that most traders couldn't make? Sounds ridiculous, right? That's exactly what I thought until I decided to test it myself. I opened an AI and asked it the one question every trader wishes they could answer: where is the market going next? Not next year, not next month, the very next move. Now here's the scary part. AI didn't hesitate. Within seconds, it gave me an answer, a clear direction, a reason behind it, and enough confidence to make me question whether I was looking at a prediction or a cheat code. But talk is cheap. Anyone can make a prediction. The market is where confidence goes to die. So I locked in the answer before anything happened. No editing later. No changing the prediction. No excuses. If AI was wrong, everyone would know. If it was right, we might be looking at the future of trading. Then the waiting started. The market opened. Nothing. A few candles formed. Still nothing. The prediction looked meaningless. Then out of nowhere, price started moving. One candle, then another, then another. And suddenly my stomach dropped. Because the market was moving exactly where AI said it would. At this point, I was convinced something weird was happening. Either AI got incredibly lucky, or it was seeing something most traders couldn't. Every minute that passed made the prediction look smarter. Every candle added more pressure. The chart kept moving. The prediction kept surviving. And the more it survived, the more dangerous this experiment became. Because if AI was actually right, what would that mean for traders? What would that mean for the millions of people spending years trying to learn something a machine could do in seconds? But just when it looked like AI had won, everything changed. A huge candle appeared out of nowhere. The trend slowed down. Buyers disappeared. Sellers rushed in. The chart that looked predictable a minute ago suddenly looked like complete chaos. And now the prediction was in trouble. This was the moment that mattered. Not the confidence, not the explanation, not the hype, the result. Because nobody gets paid for sounding smart. You only get paid for being right. The next few candles would decide everything. Price pushed higher, then lower, then higher again. The market couldn't make up its mind, neither could I. 1 second AI looked like a genius. The next second it looked completely wrong. Then came the move that decided everything. The candle formed. The market chose a direction. And finally, I had my answer. Was AI right? Kind of. Was AI wrong? Also kind of. And that's when I realized something most people completely misunderstand. AI isn't a crystal ball. It doesn't know the future. It doesn't predict every candle. It doesn't magically print money. What it does is something far more dangerous. It finds patterns humans miss. And sometimes those patterns are enough to give you an edge. That's why the real story isn't whether AI predicted the market. The real story is what happens when traders start using AI better than everyone else. Because the people who learn that skill early might have an advantage that most traders won't see coming until it's too late.